We found this great little spot, lots of spruce trees around, lots of ground cover. We think we're going to build a little teepee fort today. It's a little cooler, have to dress a little warmer, fall is in the air. I've brought my little machete with me today. It's an older one and we're going to use that. Right here is the perfect little spot. We got some trees leaning into this big spruce and we're just going to limb that up with the machete and put some poles around it, and then we're going to do some touring around this little spot. So without further delay, let's get into the little project. So as you can see, the limbs pretty well come down to the ground on the outside, just like an umbrella. Perfect little spot. You can make something between the trees if you wanted to. Not really going to get uptight about it, because if I was going to spend any amount of time here, hey, I'd go AWOL professional. But it's just for a fun little outdoor activity. Now the great thing is, this forest floor has a lot of boughs already broken for you. So it's just a matter of going around, collecting them up, and all you have to do is stand them up against the other branches of the upper limbs, and it will create the outside layer edge of your teepee. So just going to position this here, put the end into the ground, and it'll hold itself up quite nicely. So here we are, just stacking up the beginning arch sticks, finding all kinds of branches on the forest floor to use. So the more sticks you add around the dome, the more your teepee continues to grow. So we'll continue doing this until we get a structure. And the birds are already coming to visit me. I can hear them. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add some green boughs around. And you can see over here, here's a tree that's fallen, still got some green branches on it. We don't even have to cut anything new down from the forest, which is great. You can find spots like that. So now we're just adding some greenery around the front from the fallen tree. As I said, birds always find me. There's little chickadees that come in to visit already. They know or seem to think that there's food associated with my activities. Or maybe they're just happy to see me. I'll believe in the latter. There we go, we're getting there. More brush on top. It's looking cozy. Nice little place to hang out. Hey, in fact, this might make a good bird watching hut. Could be that you could also use it for a blind, since hunting season has just opened. Our little blind continues to grow. A place to see out both sides. Now you can, if you choose, to go all the way around and block it all off. This one is a little bigger project, more work than a small one, but then it's double the fun. So as you can see, my little shelter blind is becoming darker inside as we fill it in. Just a couple of pointers. This happened to be a spruce grove here, so that is the tree that I'm using and the tree that fell down. You may, if you're doing this with spruce, want to use a pair of gloves. People tend to use balsam fir if it's available, especially if you're lying it down for bedding. It's soft, it has a closer mesh. Just to be aware of the characteristics. Look for broken tops, limbs that are loose that may fall in the wind. And when you're picking up brush from a fallen tree, be careful of the spring poles. Those huge trees may have fallen on top of another tree, on hardwood especially, and when the pressure comes off, when you break a limb, it's going to snap back. It's very wise to always be alert. You want to be safe while you're having fun. So here's my little project in progress. It's like a little thunderdome. You can see inside there's lots of bud shells all around from the previous squirrels that were here. It's making the ground nice and soft. Just going to do a couple more things. I'll actually sit down inside and take a break. Nature has a way of providing for you. You can see the root of the tree makes a great chair in there. There's lots of spaces inside. A little fire over here if you dig a proper hole and pit and rocks. You don't need something blazing. So here we are, sitting inside on a tree-rooted chair, looking out our picture window. Just enjoying the fresh air and taking a break.